Hey everyone, this is Robin Graves, and this is the World According to Graves. Uh, this is the Thursday edition, I guess, the flagship of the World According to Graves series. Um, no mic, no movie. Let me get something open here real quick. A little sippage. I love this noise. It's a wonderful noise. Little Diet 7 up here. Been hitting the caffeine a little hard today, lately, guys. Blood pressure's been up, so you know, I'm trying to stay away from caffeine for a little bit. It's really hard in the mornings. I thrive on my morning cup of coffee, and well, you know how it goes. Um, you know, this is going to be interesting today. I'm going to have some fun with this. Um, it's no secret, really, guys and dolls. Let me get this straight up. There, doing looking more like a zombie than I normally do. It's been no secret in the past 3 years. Uh, the Democrat Party has been doing nothing for its constituents whatsoever. They've been throwing a fit and trying to get rid of a duly elected president, all because he's not a member of the good old boys club. He's not a politician. He's not making money the way politicians have, and he's ending the wars overseas, pretty much stopping them, pulling us out of them. Let me put it that way, taking out our involvement in these wars, and it's costing a lot of politicians that hate his guts a lot of money since they're making money off these wars. It's no secret that a lot of politicians are doing this, are making money off the Middle Eastern wars. I don't even know why we have to go over there and help these people. I mean, history has shown there's never going to be peace there. I mean, there have been entire countries gone to war with each other all because one country translates one word in the Quran to mean something this other country doesn't translate it to be. But you know, they've thrown a fit about Donald Trump. They've given two hoots in hell about their constituents. Many politicians, even on the right, are like this. But one thing is that on the left, they've even refused to do a thing about their little minions, ANTIFA. It's no secret that Antifa is their paramilitary arm. It's never been a secret. They've let it be known, just like the KKK and the neo Nazis used to be. Now, a lot of you on the left are saying, "Oh, the KKK, the neo Nazis were never on the left." Yes, they were. KKK was started by the left back in the 1800s here in the South. Um, the neo Nazis are very leftist. They're national leftists. So I don't know where you go saying that anybody who voted for Donald Trump is a Nazi. That's like calling a person a Nazi is very much like calling a black man the N word. Okay, you want to embarrass? You really want to insult a white person? Call him a Nazi. Let's see how many teeth you have left after you do it too. But the Dems have ignored Antifa and their actions. Just like they've ignored the homeless problems in the cities they control. Look at let's take a look at Atlanta, the homeless problem in Atlanta. Let's look at the homeless problem in problems in California. Oh my God, Chicago. There's massive homelessness that the Democrats are sitting there talking a good game, but they don't do anything. And then Antifa shows up and does something, at Trump rallies, or just shows up once wanting to be assholes like they are. And the left ignores them, even though Antifa is sitting there pushing the leftist agenda. So, anyway, ignoring they've been ignoring the actions of their militant arm. This close to an election is going to cause some serious problems. Trump running in 2020 will cause Antifa to riot. We're not talking about the typical little BS things they're doing here lately. We're talking loss of life, loss of personal property, injuries. I remember when I first heard of Antifa several years ago, they were showing up just being total prickheads. Then it went into, great, I hate Windows. Then they went into rioting and destroying property. Now they're assaulting people. This is the militant arm of the left, of the progressive left. It's really scary how this is going on. I mean, the leftists have proven over and over again they won't accept the limitation of our Constitution or our voting or anything. I mean, anything goes against the left, they're not in total control of. They throw a screaming fit. The right is pretty much like this too, except, well, from what I've seen from the right up till yesterday, they've been pretty gutless. So, but the left will throw out their little militant arm, their little soldiers, be it the KKK, the neo-Nazis, or Antifa. The current one is, well, Antifa. They felt if they can't have full control, they throw a fit. Hence the actions of Antifa over the last 3 years have gotten worse. It's a little frightening to sit there and watch these people. These kids, from their privileged lifestyles. They're complaining about the right and how we're all fascist and anything is fascist that they don't agree with. These are the same people that can't decide which bathroom to go to. And you want them to... I talked to people there on the left that have said they're happy that Antifa's out there. They keeping control of the situation. No, they're making the situation worse. Think about it for a while, folks. Anything they deem on the spur of the moment to be the least bit in any fraction to be considered fascism in any form, especially old people and with walkers, children, and a small gay journalist, minding his own business, they will attack. If you notice, the Trump rally in Dallas, Texas, no Antifa showed up whatsoever. You know why? They would have been chewed to pieces and spit back out. Right now, there's reports of police seeing Antifa starting their usual bullshit and turning around and walking away. Their excuse is, well, we're afraid we step in, it's going to get worse. How much worse is it going to get? They're already attacking people. There's video and of them actually harassing an elderly woman trying to cross the street with a walker. You don't see them harassing people like me. You don't see them harassing people like, that's in decent shape that will punch back. So, those of you saying, well, they're not doing anything wrong, that's all lies. I want to use your own excuse. Hey, it's on the news, it must be true. So, you believe anything negative about Donald Trump and about Trump supporters, but Antifa does anything, it's a lie. It didn't happen. Yeah, go check the news. Go research it, Google it. It'll show you. I'm right, you're wrong. Again. Mainly... The main reason Antifa is like this is comprised of cowards and privileged children with daddy issues, sociopathic personalities. They like playing dress up, while preying on the weak. That's all it is. They have no clue of what they're doing. All they're doing is following some spur of the moment bullshit. So far, the paramilitary arm of the left, Antifa, have proven over and over again, the progressive left is out of control. It is very out of control. Antifa proves it every time they show their ugly faces. Oh, excuse me, they won't do that. They're afraid to. We had an Antifa rally here in the Atlanta area. The only people that were arrested were non-Antifa members. People that Antifa attacked and fought back. These people fought back. They were arrested. Antifa never gets arrested. For some reason, Democrat-controlled cities and counties, states, nothing ever happens to Antifa. No matter what they do, the police turn a blind eye. I've seen where Antifa has actually redirected traffic, tell people not to turn down one road. The reason was because we said so. What did the police do? They sit and watch. They don't do a damn thing. Now, that kind of shows me something. There is somebody in control of Antifa, even though Antifa says they have no central control whatsoever. I suspect George Soros is behind a lot of this. And I'm not saying that because I'm wearing a tinfoil hat. I'm saying this because of his own actions and his own words. How he hates America and Americans, and he will destroy America. So, what does he do? Tries to start a civil war here in America. using the young, the impressionable, the psychotic, the ones who have sociopathic tendencies. You know, the ones that are pretty much ignored. Let me get my notes here ready here. Oh, Antifa should be declared a terrorist group. By all means, they should be. I mean, look what they're doing. They're no different than the angry brown kitties. You know, the new Black Panthers. They're intimidating people at voter polls, which they did here last election. They're attacking people. They're physically attacking people. They're harassing and attacking elderly people. There have been videos of them sucker punching unsuspecting witnesses to what's going on just because they're there. There's been videos of this. You don't believe me? Google it. I'm not going to do your fucking homework for you. Do it yourself. Prove me wrong. I dare you. But since they represent the left and the right are too gutless to do anything about it, they'll persist in their actions. One day soon, they will take a life. And remember, you heard it here first. Look how everything's progressed in 3 years. Before long, they will be taking a life. Be the first shot of the shooting phase of a civil war in this country. And the left, what are you going to do about your PR nightmare when that happens? You won't do anything about it now. You've made sure that the media praises them. You've made sure that the Democrat voters, the progressive Democrat voters, think they're doing wonderful things. Even when they're eye in the sky witnesses seeing what they're doing, the left has pretty much made sure that it's suppressed. They don't want you to know everything. If you don't see them personally or the leaked videos of what they're doing, you don't know what they're doing. All you hear is what the left tells you, what the media tells you. The media has turned around and praised these people on several occasions. I would like to see them praise these people on several occasions when they take a life. And it's going to happen, and it will happen soon. I'm going to make a prediction. By November 2020, sometime in November, right after the election, they will riot. They will take a life. I don't put it past them. It will happen by then. Remember, you heard it here first, folks. So, look, I want to make this a short one. I said what I had to say. You don't like what I said? I don't care. Leave a comment. I'll answer it. I don't mind. The more you hate me, the better I feel anyway. It means more controversy, and controversy sells. So, we're going to talk about a little something here I like to call my opinion. We have a lot of people here in this country who have decided that we have to take care of other countries, that we have to feed them, we have to spend all of our money on them on foreign aid, whether they hate us or not. They're saying there's starving children in these third world countries. We have starving children here in this country. What have you done about that? I have relatives in Oklahoma who brag about building orphanages in Mexico. How their church goes and builds orphanages in Mexico. What are you doing for orphans in this country? What is one thing you've done? You know, we need to take care of our problems here. Yeah, there's homeless people in these third world countries need somewhere to live. We have homeless people here. Why aren't they taken care of? Why aren't they, we got these Democrats that talk about, we need more money to take care of the homeless people. But we still see a lot of homeless people. Where's the money go? We need to take care of our problems in this country before we take care of any other problems in any other countries. We're ignoring a lot of trouble here. A lot of problems. We have children starving. We have homeless people. We have people who literally can't afford to live. But you want to go and help somebody in Bangladesh. That's the reason these countries don't do anything. Let me get a drink here real quick. Okay, guys, I'm feeling my voice crack here. These countries we're helping won't help their own people because they can depend on us to help them. How do you help somebody? You don't give them something. You make them earn it themselves. That way they know how to be self-sufficient. They don't have to sit there and depend on you. They don't have to depend on some foreign country to help them. Because Lord knows, if anything happens here, they're not going to help us. You know, a lot of people out there have said, well, it's the only moral thing to do is to help these people. We have to help them because it's moral. Usually a politician's saying that. I don't believe any politician, anybody in any kind of politics, has a right to explain explain morality to anyone. So, you know, we're sending all this money over to these third world nations where these people are living in a desert, in sand, and we're sending them money to their country that these people aren't getting. Or we're sending them food that they consider to be too ethnic for their liking. What we need to do is get one of these people, put their face on the ground and go, what's this? It's sand. What's going to be in 1,000 years? More sand. Move to where the fucking food is. Jesus. Thank you, Sam Kennison. But, you know, we've got to go, you know, this is the same thing that's been going on with the wars in the Mideast. We have to go and defend this country, that country, the other country. We have to go put our foot in everybody's face and everything, talking about how we're freeing them, we're giving them democracy. They don't want it. They've never wanted it. They've had centuries, to straighten themselves out. They won't do it. They're arguing over a one word, how it's translated in the Quran, and it causes a war between two countries. All because you got a mullah in country A, translates it one way, and then a mullah in country B. History has shown there will never be peace in the Mideast. And no matter what we do, there will never be peace there. They're so ingrained over the millennia of warring with each other that's all they know. That's their culture. That's they, what they do. Now, I can see people wanting to leave and look for a better life. I can see that. But here in America, when things get bad, do we leave? No, we stay here. We try to fix things, try to live here. Unfortunately, there's a lot that's been ignored. It's never been fixed. So, look, guys, that was my opinion. You can agree with it if you want to, disagree with it if you want to. I really don't give a rat's ass. There's a lot of opinions out there that I don't agree with. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. So, look, guys, I'll catch you next week. I've got a lot I got to do today, as usual. You try raising reptiles, and as many as I have, and see just how busy you are. You guys take care of yourselves. I'll catch you next week. My name is Robin Graves. This has been The World According to Graves. And above all, talk hard.